Okay. Oh, okay. I'm in the air. So, just checking on something. Just a second here. Okay. All right. So, on today's podcast, I guess, just gonna discuss a couple of my thoughts on AI, which is artificial intelligence, of course, and specifically AI music generators and how they impact the future of music. Is it the end for musicians, for artists? Some of my thoughts. Uh, First of all, there will always be a place for people who will like stuff that is organic, stuff, the nuances of the musician, of the live playing. Having said that, what we call the industry of music, which is very dependent of what's trending, what is the perception of the major population of what they should be listening to. And I don't want to insult people, but there's the people usually, there's a big group of people that follow whatever the industry, the mainstream tells them to. That is the what they should be listening to or watching, or so it will definitely have a big impact on that. Um, so, what are the disadvantages that I see in AI music? First of all, I think there's a lot of a lack of originality and authenticity because AI just takes a lot of previously recorded tracks and music and it learns from them, and then it's just like repurpose them. It's like recycling the music. Of course, you can also argue that we human beings do the same. We learn from what came before, and we also learn from what we heard before. But uh, it's just there's a certain beauty that comes with with the error and the human experience and the influence that the artist or the musician has, the way each and every different person interprets uh, the performance of what it's doing, either playing guitar, singing. Uh, um, I also noticed in some of the tracks that I listen to that it's kind of like it almost feels like they have like some presets in the way they produce in the music. So it will never be something like completely new. Having said that, it's getting better and it's getting every time more convincing. Unfortunately for us, I guess. Um, we can also say that, I mean, this is nothing new. It's being used for years now, and even you can call something like Band in a Box, not AI, but it was similar concept. You will tell a program the chords that you were playing in the style, and it will throw you some MIDI track with it, and you can use the MIDI and rearrange and whatever. But at least on that, you will have a little bit more hands on what you were doing. It was kind of like telling a band, "Let's play this," instead of "Hey, I don't know anything about music. Do this," and it just magically comes up. The whole work. um, I also think it sounds over processed. kind of like there's too much effects on it, and too much well, you know, it's a sound, it's a digital sound that is over processed, and there's a lot on it. You know, it's very busy. uh I don't see myself listening to that for hours, like I tend to use it to listen to music for like the 70s or 80s, and some of the 90s. um it's too busy. I mean, sounds overly polished or sterile, you know, it just sounds kind of like you know, like linear. There's no dynamics, no dynamics on it, no feel. uh but like I said, it's getting better. No, it doesn't mean that it's not gonna get better at all of this. And also, for what the impact will have on the mainstream. Well, they're already using it. They're already using AI, and it's already a thing. It's not something that they're considering. It's they're using it. Also, there's musical styles that are being used throughout the world, that are being listened to, that lack in exactly these points too. They don't have no dynamics. They have barely no musicians on it. No feel. And the mainstream, some of the mainstream people are used to listening to them, but no problem. But I mean, I guess for those of us that are looking for the alternative, AI still not in there. I'm not saying it's not a good tool that you could use, and you could incorporate in your sound, or you know, just something that you can use to compose every now and then, kind of like when they were using workstations, or what's the name, Ableton Live. It's just nothing. It's not. I will not advise anybody to rely 100% on it. Um, so having said that, I will read some excerpts that I found online. Uh, this is the one of them. It's called Zuno. But what I would like to read right now is Berkeley Online. If you want to read this whole article, it's on the. I'm gonna put a link on the description, but I just want to read some parts of it. Uh, it's from Berkeley Online, and it goes like this. It says, the capabilities of AI music have been rumbling under the surface of the music industry for years, but it wasn't until the release of ChatGPT in 2022 when the wider conversation about artificial intelligence began to proliferate in the mainstream. Where we stand now is that some musicians and music industry professionals are enamored by the possibilities of AI music, while others are wary of the unknown, specifically or especially when regulation still is in its infancy. So regulations means like copyright, like how do we, how do we, the authorship of this, how do we define it? A study by the music distribution company Ditto found that nearly 60% of surveyed artists said that the use of AI in their music projects, whilst 28% say they will not use AI for their music purposes. So you got 60% of survey artists that say that they will use it, 28% that say that they will not use it at all. They're kind of like purists in that aspect. And you also have, I guess, 12% that are indecisive. Christopher Ware's assistant chair of music business management at Berklee College of Music is a proponent of AI music technology. He even wrote his master's thesis on why Warner Music should invest in artificial intelligence, and this was back in 2016. Spoiler alert, they did, along with all the other major labels, so they're using it already. Whereas has introduced AI into his Berklee courses and has noticed a mix of responses among students. Some of our students love AI and are already using it in a number of different ways, while others want nothing to do with it, says Wares. There's a lot of heated debate in conversations, and I try to encourage my students to embrace this technology and find new ways to use it to enhance their creative process. Another course author and instructor with a similar mindset is Ben Camp, associate professor of songwriting at Berklee College of Music and author of songs on math techniques and whatever. They have been fascinated by AI music technology since 2016 after hearing Daddy's Car, one of the first AI pop songs where the AI was trained on music by the Beatles. Interesting. So, okay, so Berkeley, which is a fine music school in the U.S., it's already proponing, I mean, it's already pushing forward with AI and interesting. A school that prides itself in excellence and in teaching. I mean, I get it. Yeah. So it's already being used, and it's already having an impact in the future of young musicians that are studying music and that are um, looking to build a career around it. Um, another another excerpt that I would like to read is from Complex article as by Cherry Hu, founder of Water and Music. Uh, Again, I'm just gonna read a portion, and in the description, there's gonna be a link to these articles if you want to read it in full. Creative AI may be the most disruptive technology for the music business since the Napster era of piracy. Already in 2023, over 10 different music AI models have been released by independent researchers and big tech companies like Google and ByteDance, allowing users to generate custom tracks in seconds using a mere text prompt. Thanks to off the shelf music AI tools like Boomy, hundreds of thousands of AI generated songs are now listed on streaming services. At large, generative AI tools for text and visual art like ChatGPT and Midjourney have picked up tens of millions of users, forcing us to rethink traditional notions of creativity, ownership, and attribution. The concept of the core of why creative AI could be so disruptive is that the friction between having an idea and manifesting that idea in the form of a creative work has essentially gone down to zero. Barriers in distributed music have already been collapsing, with anyone now able to list their music on streaming services for free. To see the same barriers collapsing in the creative process means that the playing field who can be an artist in the sense of being an active participant in the music economy will continue to increase dramatically. Okay. So, I mean, I can see. So, if Google is using it, Warner is using it, the major records are using it. That means that a lot of musicians who were session musicians, people who will create jingles, for example, jingles for commercials or political, I mean, have been replaced by a guy who just like writes something down and an idea, and then something pops up. Uh, it's very random, but I know there's ways that it can be tweaked. I have not used AI. I just used one of them before making this video just to be a little bit more familiar with the concept, and so I could show it over here. Um, so I'm gonna play a little bit with one of the websites that create AI music. Uh, this is Zuno, or Suno if you want to read it in Spanish or whatever. Uh, this is the homepage. This is music that it's already been published, and you can see there's a bunch of them already. Zuno Attic Blues. Oh, sounds cool. I mean, different genres. Okay. I could see this as a good like there's a way to create like tracks for you to practice and play over it, like I do sometimes with the ones on YouTube. You could create it, even though it's nice for us to use the ones in YouTube so the users can benefit from it. So like I said, it's always affecting somebody. That's the way technology works. It's just that nowadays technology are making it's making big leaps, bigger than we've ever seen before, especially with the internet revolution. So I don't know how this works. If I play any of these tracks, if I'm gonna get a copyright strike, honestly, I really don't know. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show some of the ones that I created. You go to my library over here. I already created a user. Okay. So the way that worked, and we're gonna do one here, is that you type in the description of what you need, and it'll create a song with the genre that you asked it for, and it also creates lyrics and everything, and singer and all that. And anyway, you'll see, and it gave me two versions of the same concept, maybe for you to like pick one, the one you like the most. So I did two. So we got Island in the Mist and Soul's Demise. Uh, let's listen to Island in the Mist first of all. Alone on this island of my birth, feels like I'm fading away, no longer of word, surrounded by the mist, the whispers in the air, but I'm unseen. I mean, there's still little things that you kind of like, okay, but I mean, anybody can. The regular person will think it's just somebody recorded this for sure. Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna say it sounds realistic, that the guitars sound realistic or whatever, or the drums. It does sound pretty good. I'm not gonna say no. It does sound very decent, very decent. Wow. Times are changing. Okay. So that's one of them. I'm gonna put the second one, and if anybody hears this, I mean, I'm a small channel. I'm not even monetized. I'm just putting stuff in here on the internet. Anybody hears this and wants to give me their opinion on which one they like better, let's do that. I'm gonna play the second one. One's kind of started like in a chorus or something. No introduction or nothing.
Have turned against me, washed away my name.
don't like the drums on this one. Sound kind of weak. I mean, I haven't listened to the other one that much either. Yeah. So yeah. It It's pretty convincing though. It does sound pretty advanced. So, what can I say? Um, Sounds pretty good. I mean, for just being something that you, I just like write it in there. I mean, but yeah. So I would like to show you how this app works. How how you can make it work. How you can create your own music using this app. So okay, so you are here or in home or whatever, and you go to create. So because I created already an account, this is like the well, my tracks already done, and this is like an idea they gave you. I didn't type this. You can do instrumental or just like that. You can put a custom made, which has the style of music, the title, your own lyrics. Let's just go the simple way for now, so you can see. What I'm not seeing here is kind of like the style, B2, B3. So let me see. Let's just type something here. I don't know. You know what? Let's type that. Is it the end of the session? Know it. Okay, and let's just do create. Just give it a moment. Okay, it does take. Remember, it's taking the knowledge of all the internet or its database. The end of the melody. Oh my god. Okay, I think I have it set up for like rock, because everything that is throwing at me is rock. But I mean, somewhere you can change it. I just, like I said, I haven't used this so much, and I also noticed that my credits are going down. So you do have like a limited amount of credits when you're going do this. I didn't know that. I just noticed that now. So it said 30, now it says 20. So okay, and you can copy. You can also download them. Okay, so the end of the melody. Let's listen to it. Sorry. Whoa. Okay. So that's one of them. I'm gonna put the second one so we can listen to it. Okay. Three by four. Silent crowd, no applause, it sorry. Whispers of doubt creeping my malfunction over here. At the end of the musician left behind. Empty stadiums, echoes of the past fading, the night fading fast. Once the mirrors now lost in the noise, is it the end of the musician? No more choice. Oh, the melody still lingers on through the darkness. A new dawn. Though the road may be rough and long, the musician's spirit forever strong. Empty stadiums, echoes of the past fading, the night is fading fast. Once the years now are lost in the noise, is it the end of the musician? The memory still lingers on through the darkness, a new dawn. The road may be rough and long, the musician's spirit forever strong. Okay. So, sounds pretty darn convincing, but does this dehumanize us? Is our art gone? Is it all doom and gloom? I don't think so. I think there's always gonna be art, and there's always gonna be like feel, and also there's no way for us to know what the future might hold, because I mean things are cyclical. People are listening to vinyl records right now, which makes no sense, absolutely no sense. But just just letting you know, that tells you that people are yearning for experiences, for things that are real. Um, because I mean I'm collecting vinyls, and I didn't use vinyls when I was a kid. I mean, vinyls were there, where you could see them. My grandpa had some. My dad had some that I've never heard him use, or saw him use. Uh, they were being phased out. I used cassette tapes, and promptly after that, I started using CDs. Why am I buying vinyl? I mean, you just don't wanna, you just wanna have an experience. You want things that be real. You wanna feel something. You wanna be part of the experience. You want things to be human. Like you want to put that needle in there, and see the disc move, and feel, you know, and and I know when music is digital like that, and everything, it's so far away from the human feeling. Um, I don't know if I'm expressing the right way myself, but I'm tired. But the point is that people don't get hooked on it the same way, if I am saying anything. Um, for example, you can still hear people who listen to the songs in the 70s and the 60s, songs that you listened to when you were a kid. Now they have meaning for you. Now you have nostalgia, and aside from the feeling of nostalgia, those songs meant something to you. And I know those were simpler times with less things to keep you occupied and all and whatnot. But uh, it's just you just have more feel to them. Does it make sense? Am I making any sense at all? So these songs do sound kind of cool. I mean, yeah, I could see. I'm now right now. I'm thinking of ways that I could use them and get the ideas from like beginning and end, and then just recreate it with a couple of musicians. Of course, making big changes to them, like getting an idea, like listening to an idea. That's great. I mean, like a rough draft, but you, I don't think, and I can be proven wrong, but I don't think you could be making producing music like crazy with this by people who maybe are not interested in music at all, that their heart is not on it. And I'm not saying people that do not know how to play instruments or produce music don't have the heart of music. We all were there. We didn't knew about music before learning. That's not what I'm saying. Is that like producing music like nonstop and sterile music like that. I don't think will have the same impact on people, or they're gonna be like hits that you will listen to when you're like in your older ages or 20 years later. Um, I just don't see it. I mean, and probably in our future you're gonna have people yearning for a little acoustic guitar, a little singer, or back to before the multi-track recordings. Back to recording people one take in an album live at the studio, like the way it used to be before Les Paul invented the multi-track recording. um, and so that's what I think. Oh, I just forgot. I wanted to show you something. So these are the things you could do in it. You can like it or whatever. You can share it. You can copy the song link and then share it with somebody. I see some buttons here for X, Instagram, TikTok, Discord. I think you could probably publish it so they can use it in their videos or something. Um, you can download it. You can download the music so you can play it on your iTunes or media player. Whoever does that, I still do it, but you can set it up to public. uh, Instead, the visibility here, you can just have people only they can see it with their link, or set it up to public. And you can do a playlist and rename it, and like I said before, put your own lyrics. You can have different genres. You can do a bunch of stuff with it. And yeah, this might be part of what the future has for us, but I just don't think it's the end. I just don't want to be thinking about doom and gloom. I just and I'm not a person that music is my main thing. It is a big part of my personality. I went to college and studied music because I wanted to be a musician full time. But life happened. But I do have a lot of friends that are in the music business. I do love music, and I do like creating music, and music is a big part of my life. And I don't think uh, that we're gonna get there. Okay, so it's not all doom and gloom. Like even though it might sound like that the way I'm talking. But we've seen it before. When I was using, when I was in, I think I was in high school or middle school. I found a demo of Fruity Loops, which is now what they call FL Studio, and I thought it was a game. I honestly didn't thought it was. I know you could make music if you like work with it and do your little things with it. But the way you could reproduce music in that program is like you press play and it just activates sounds. And I thought it was a game. I thought it was a little game like I think it was uh, like what Guitar Hero eventually became, or Rock Band. You know, I thought it was gonna be a game. I mean, those games hadn't come back at that time, but I was like anticipating. So, oh, this is a music game, but but I mean, a lot of people have make a lot of tracks with that, and multi-million-dollar productions with that. So uh, it's a great tool that you can use for different purposes to create your own music, to backing tracks so you can practice. So take it as it is, but never stop. If you are an aspiring musician or somebody who loves music and would like to learn how to play an instrument, it's one of the greatest experiences you could have. It's almost like power. Okay, so don't get discouraged. And I think that's all I have to say for now. Whoever watches this, thank you for listening to my ramblings, and thanks for clicking in and watching. And I don't know if you have anything to say about the theme, or uh, the that platform on itself, Zuno platform, or whatever other platform that you have used. Any uses that you think we could take advantage from this technology, you can put it on the comments, and make sure you subscribe and like the video. Thanks.